YouTube, ¿cómo está? And welcome back, my Valkyries of Midgard. My name is AJ Torres, and I am back with, I'm pretty sure, a late video. A bit of an update, first. In order for me to add pictures into these videos that I'm uploading, I have to use my husband's work computer, which of course he takes with him to work. So I can only use it when he is home and isn't working from home. His work computer has the most updated version of iMovie I need to edit my videos. I'm unable to just release my videos exactly on Friday now, so instead of one video a week, it is now I will upload a video once I finish editing it. The recording to my last video was over 4 hours long, so you can bet editing took quite a bit of time. If you want to stay up to date with what I am doing, please feel free to follow me on Twitter, Facebook, Tumblr, and Instagram. All links will be down below. Alright, so now on to our regularly scheduled program. Today's special writing video will be on world building part 1. What your world will look like. What I very much love when it comes to fantasy books is when they actually have a world map, or a map of a country your characters will be traveling in. And in that map, we can see mountains, rivers, lakes, plains, deserts, snowy regions, forests, and so much more. Now, I'm sure some of you want to just jump right into what it took to create the world and stuff. But first, you need to see what your world actually looks like. You can figure out what and how after you have a somewhat final idea of what the world or the land will look like. If you aren't great at drawing, then that's fine. I'm not asking you to take a class to be better at drawing. You only need an idea and some lines drawn on a piece of paper. Nothing crazy. For example, when J.K. Rowling was writing the very first Harry Potter book, she mapped out the school grounds on napkins. That counts. Now the first thing you need is paper. Graphic or plain, it doesn't matter. Whatever you think will be easier to see the lines you will be drawing. Then get yourself some pencil and an eraser. A really good eraser. And a map of our world, either in whole or parts. When creating countries and or continents, I use our world map as reference. Sometimes I will even find other fantasy maps in your favorite fantasy books as reference. If you are doing urban fantasy, you bet I'm going to expect you guys to map out a completely made-up place. A school, a building, whatever. For example, J.K. Rowling's Harry Potter stories again took place in our world, but the school preoccupies an ancient castle that doesn't look anything special to Muggle eyes. During her 5 years building the world and writing the first book, she mapped out the school grounds. That to me is pretty awesome. When you study other maps, pay close attention to the coastlines that make up the land. Note that the lines are not perfect. They aren't straight. Same for rivers and lakes and forests. Mountains are very jagged and can have very flat lands between them out of nowhere because the land isn't predictable. Nothing is. If you look at made-up maps, they are the same. Some will have massive chasms, dead marshes, routes to moving forests, etc. If you have an idea of what the land will look like and how it came to be, make sure to jot it down so you can remember it for later. Another thing to take note is to pay attention to our world's climate, dry and wetlands especially. In the northern part of our hemisphere, it can snow and rain. Though they do have 4 seasons, spring, summer, fall, and winter. But the fall and winter seasons have been known to be pretty long in certain regions, just like spring and summer can be long in others. It can also get so cold that snow will fall from the sky. I know, right? So weird. There are even parts that is only cold, which means an eternal ice and snow. There is, of course, a similar region in the most southern part of our hemisphere. However, in the very center part of our hemisphere, we have warm plains, scorching deserts, and hot tropical. Dry climates are known for deserts and savannas. These regions rarely rain, let alone even snow. Wet climates are perfect for tropical places and jungles, either islands in the Caribbean or coastal beaches. These places have rain, but they still aren't known for snowing, but it can get pretty cold during the winter seasons. please, please pay close attention to where and how these climates meet. It makes sense for a savanna and a desert to meet because of the dry climate, but it is very strange for a desert to suddenly meet snow-capped mountains. Know where the lands meet. If you want to have a magical region where the seasons are all over the place, then that's fine, but make sure it is the one region, not the entire world. It will still make no sense if you have a snow region in the tropics and a desert region in the north. Another thing to pay attention to is where forests and rolling hills lie. Hills are seen in plains and valleys, and forests are very much seen in the north and at the edge of plains. Let's not forget humid swamps. That can get so thick and staunchy it can get a little hard to breathe. Just a little. Now, this is for those who want to take this next step to the computer. If not, there is another way. First, I will talk about the second method. To clean up the lines on your paper, grab a pen, just any pen. A pen specifically used for art. The pen nibs come in many different sizes, so it can help with detailing your map as best you can. Once you have your line work done, do not write down the lands and rivers name on the map. Write it on a thin sticky note, the ones used to find your place in a book, and stick it on the paper. That should very much help with where names of places will be and are. The other version on the computer is using either Photoshop or any other art programs. If you want to, you can scan your sketch map into your computer or just redraw it again on a new Canva. Again, you are cleaning your lines just a little. Follow your sketch line of the land as best you can. Remember where your beaches are, cliffs, rivers, mountains, etc. Once you are done creating your lines, begin to type down your names on a separate layer, then the line work. Once you like what you see, comes my next favorite step. What your world would look like when colored. And no, I will not ask you to color your current map. Instead, I will talk about a different program. There is a program I came upon by accident on the internet here called Incarnate. The program can be accessed through Chrome, but it doesn't work perfectly well with Mozilla Firefox, and I'm not sure with Internet Explorer. The program is originally used for creating D&D maps, or just role-playing games in general. Lately, from what I've noticed, people are also using it to create their world map for their novels. You can use it for free, but if you want to use the program to its fullest potential, there is a paid subscription service. I am currently not using this subscription service because I am broke and penniless. Like with drawing your map by hand or using art programs like Photoshop and others, when you draw on Incarnate, everything is colored. The canvas is the ocean. There are videos on YouTube for you to learn how to use the program and other programs too if you aren't sure how certain things work. Just go to the search bar at the top, check out Incarnate tutorials. Once you have created your lands, rivers, and lakes, and placed your forests and mountains, you can start naming the land, and yes, you can resize the words. Another thing that is really cool is that you can also place towns, castles, and cities onto your map. Human cities, elvish towers, orc villages, whatever, along with dragons and krakens. I really enjoy this program. Once you have an idea of what your world looks like to plains, deserts, snow, forests, mountains, etc., and have placed where your castles, cities, towns, and villages will be, the next fun step, at least to me, is creating the story of how your world came to be. Was it through divine creation, magic, an asteroid collision? In my next video, I will go over creating your world. On another side note, if you really can't figure out how to create your map, but you do have an idea, you can refer to a map creator I came upon on Instagram. I will be sure to leave her links down below. Her name is SH-ing, or Shing. I think she likes either name. Thank you all so much for watching this video. I hope you found it informative and helpful. If you want to watch more, please like this video and subscribe down below by clicking on that bell icon to be notified. Again, thank you all so much for watching. Please stay tuned for more videos. Bye-bye!